Hello, everybody. Scooty 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 10 and 12 Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the 16 and 7 San Diego Padres. This is game one of a three-game series between the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Who's going to come out on top? Will the Diamondbacks strike fast and first? Or will it be the swinging Friars to take game one? We're going to find out in 9 innings time. And here is the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off, the center fielder, Chris B. Young. Batting second, the second baseman, Aji Ojeda. Batting third, the shortstop, Stephen Drew. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Connor Jackson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Mark Reynolds. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Justin Upton. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Chris Buke. Batting eighth, the catcher, Miguel Montero. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Randy Johnson. On the mound for the Padres, it's Randy Wolf. Wolf will start the game with a 3.0 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 27 innings, allowed 22 hits, 24 strikeouts, and 6 walks. We're here at Petco Park, which gives a +1 to strikeouts, but nothing to walks and nothing to home runs. And with that, Crispy Young steps up into the batter's box as the home plate umpire dusts it off, and we're ready to go. Crispy Young batting a .202, and here is the first pitch. And it is a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's a strikeout. Range being a 1 to 10, that is a 4. Struck him out. So 1 away, and let's take a look at the starting defense for the San Diego Padres. Huber will be out there in left field. Hairstone will be in center. Giles at right. Going around the horn, we've got Kuzminov on third. Green will be at short. Cabby will be on second. Gonzalez at first. Brad will be behind the plate. And Wolf on the mound. Aggie batting a .360, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. That is a walk on a 1 to 15. The 17 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Power hit into left field to Huber on a 1 to 8. It's a double. It's a 12. It's going to be a flyout. Huber will make the catch at the wall, and that'll put 2 away. Stephen Drew batting a .266. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is going to be a walk on a 1 to 5. The 7 is too high. And that will be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. Fly ball back there again to left field. Huber sees it, makes the catch, and retires the side. So the Diamondbacks go down in order, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the San Diego Padres. Leading off, the right fielder, Ryan Giles. Batting second, the center fielder, Scott Hairston. Batting third, the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Kevin Kuzminov in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Cully Green. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Justin Huber. Batting seventh, the catcher, Josh Broad. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Alexi Cabri, and batting ninth, the pitcher, Randy Wolf. On the mound for the Diamondbacks, it's Randy Johnson. He'll start today's game with an ERA of a 4.15. He's got no wins and no losses. He's pitched 13 innings, allowed 9 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 12 walks. Brian Giles batting a .230. And the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a strikeout on a 1-5. The 9 is too high. And that will be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. It's a power hit to left field, Buke. On a 1-8, it's a single. 11-9, it becomes a double. 12-18, the elusive triple. 19 or 20, it's a flyout. It's an 18, and Giles will start this game with a triple. And with that, Giles hustles all the way to third. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Buke out there in left field. Young will be in center. Upton at right, going around the horn. Reynolds on third. Drew will be at short. Ojia will be on second. Jackson at first. Montero will be behind the plate. And Johnson will be on the mound. Infield in. Strategy roll is an 18. The Padres holding off. Scott Hairston steps up. He's batting a .273. And here is the pitch. And that will be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a strikeout on a 1-13. The 20 is too high. And that would be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. Fly ball back there to Upton. Upton sees it, makes the catch, and makes the out. Giles will hold on that, as the die roll is high. Let's see. Lead runner will advance. In this case, it is the 4 that we check. No, he does not advance. That's going to bring up Adrian Gonzalez, one away. Gonzalez batting a .267. Infield still playing in. Strategy rolls a 15. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1-11. The 15 is too high. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, double star 2. That's going to be a fly ball back there to Upton. Upton makes the catch, puts 2 away. And once again, that is a failed sacrifice roll. We're going to check the chart. That is a 1. Not doing there. The 4 is high. He'll hold. Next up, it's Kevin Kuzminoff, the cleanup man, batting .220. Strategy roll is a 16. Infield at normal depth. 2 outs. We add a +1 to the base run rating. And that'd be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's a range play. Whose range are we checking? On a range check, we check the first number in the defensive positions group of numbers. And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a ground ball to the shortstop to Drew. His range is on a 1-3. That's a 4. Drew can't make the play. That's going to score in a run. And the Padres get on the board. It's 1-0 Padres on an RBI single by Kevin Kuzminoff. Kylie Green is up. Green batting a 221. Strategy roll is a 7. And here is the pitch. That's going to be a 6-6. Column 6, row 6. That's a strikeout. On a 1-13, the 20 is too high. And that'll be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. Fly ball back there to Young. Young sees it, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Padres will leave 1 stranded. After 1, it's Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the second. Connor Jackson, Mark Reynolds, and Justin Upton due up for the D-backs. Connor Jackson batting a 236, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a ground ball to Gonzalez. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. It's going to be good for a base hit. And he can't make the play. And with that, Jackson will lead off with a base hit. Gonzalez is 5 for 6 on his range plays. He's 83%. That's going to bring up Mark Reynolds. Reynolds batting a 275. Strategy roll is a 3. Diamondbacks holding off, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's a strikeout on a 1-17, 14 in range. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Justin Upton batting a 235. Strategy roll is a 2, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6 at the ballpark. Anytime you roll the at symbol, you'll resolve the play on the ballpark card. And we're going to go to Petco Park. That is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. It's a single plus 7. So it's a single to Huber. And with that, we will check to see if Upton will pick up stretch that into a double. On S+ results, all runners will advance 2 bases regardless. We roll 1d6 versus the ABR plus 4 on the ARB. So if the roll is less than, the runner is safe with a double. If it's higher, he'll hold. And if the batter, the roll of an 8, the batter is thrown out. And we'll use the D20 to check. However, he is not. He is safe with a double. And Upton turns that into a double. Chris Buick is up. He's batting a 304. It's going to be a squeeze play. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. That is a blank. And on the squeeze play, bunt to defense choice, retire the batter, or attempt to get the runner out at third. Roll 1d6 versus the BR of the runner on third. Higher than the runner is out. Subtract 1 from the BR if infield is in. He is. So, on a 4, that is hit to first base. 16, it is a hard bunt. However, the defense does get to choose. And they are going to retire the batter. 1 run will score on that. It's a tie game. We're tied at 1. Jackson will score. It's an RBI on that. Miguel Montero adding a 167. Strategy rolls a 13. 2 outs. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-14, 9 in range. Struck him out. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Diamondbacks will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Justin Huber, Josh Broad, and Alexi Cabri due up for the Padres. Justin Huber batting an 0.77. And that is going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. Strikeout on a 1-16. That is a 4. Struck him out. Josh Broad batting a 2-15. And here is the pitch. Broad 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 4. Struck him out. And Alexi Cabri batting a 154. Here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1-9. The 18 is too high. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Fly ball back there to Young. Young sees it, eyes it up, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. So the Diamondbacks retire the Padres. In order, it's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the 3rd. It's Randy Johnson, Crispy Young, and Agi Ojeda due up for the Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson. And here is the pitch. Johnson 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a hit by pitch. So Randy will give a +7 to that range. That makes it a 7. The 12 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1, and Randy Johnson is on with a base hit. So Randy Johnson will lead off with a base hit, and we'll go to the top of the order. Top of the order, Crispy Young, he's 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Strategy roll is a 2, infield, double play depth, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Agi is up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 2. That is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1-8, that is a 4. Struck him out. Stephen Drew batting, he's 0 for 1. Strategy rolls an 18, and they made 2 quick outs. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1-10, the 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Power hit to Huber. On a 1-3, it's a single. 4-6, it's a double. 7-10, it's a triple. It's a 5. That's going to be good for a double. And Drew smacks a double, puts runners on 2nd and 3rd. And that is going to bring up Connor Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 1 with a run scored. And here is the pitch. Infield normal depth, and that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a strikeout. On a 1-6, the 14 is too high. That's going to be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. It's a ground ball to Kuzminov, who will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and the Diamondbacks will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Randy Wolf, Brian Giles, and Scott Hairston due up for the Padres. Randy Wolf batting a .333. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1-21, the 19 in range struck him out. And we go to the top of the order. Brian Giles, who is 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. And that is going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1, double question mark, double star on a 1 and a 1 only. The 8 is too high. 3-3, column 3, row 3, and that's going to be a line drive to second base, so Gio will make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Scott Hairston, 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Hairston, 6-5, column 6, row 5, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Petco Park, 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be good for a base hit out there in the right field, into left field. And with that, Hairston will keep the inning alive. And with that, Adrian Gonzalez is up. Gonzalez is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 7. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-8, the 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a fly ball back there to Young. Young will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Padres. We go after 3. We're tied at 1. Go to the top of the 4th. Mark Reynolds, Justin Upton, and Chris Buke due up for the Diamondbacks. Mark Reynolds, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. And that is going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a strikeout. On a 1-17, that is a 9. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Justin Upton. Upton is 1 for 1 with a double. And that is going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1, double question mark. Single on a 1-3, the 16 is too high. And that's going to be a 3-5, column 3, row 5, double star 3. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Giles. Giles gets under it, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. And that'll put 2 away. Chris Buke with an RBI, and here is the pitch. He's 0 for 0. And that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2, home run on a 1-7. The 10 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a fly ball back there to center field. Hairston goes back, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Diamondbacks go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Kevin Kuzminov, Collie Green, and Justin Huber due up for the Padres. Kevin Kuzminoff, 1 for 1 with an RBI. And that is going to be a 5-5. Column 5, row 5. That's a range play. That is going to be a 4-3. Column 4, row 3. And that's going to be a line drive to left to third base. Mark Reynolds will make the catch there. Reynolds ranges on a 1-3. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. Collie Green, 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-4. Column 2, row 4. It's a strikeout. On a 1-13, the 18 is too high. And that is going to be a 1-5. Column 1, row 5. Double star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Reynolds. Reynolds will get it. Make the catch, throw it across the horn to Jackson, and that'll put 2 away. Justin Huber, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, possible error on a throw, and that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4, double star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Reynolds. His error range is on a 1-13. 14 just misses it. And no error there. He'll make the catch, throw it over to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Padres go down in order after 4. We're tied at 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Miguel Montero, Randy Johnson, and Crispy Young due up for the Diamondbacks. Miguel Montero, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's a strikeout. On a 1-14, 6. In range. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Randy Johnson, 1 for 1. And here is the pitch. To Johnson, 4-6. Column 4, row 6. Strikeout on a 1-26. That is a 1. Struck him out. Struck him out, and we go to the top of the order. And with that, Crispy Young is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. That is a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 5. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Diamondbacks go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Josh Broad, Alexi Cabri, and Randy Wolf due up for the Padres. Josh Broad is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2, hit by pitch. That's good. Randy will give a -1. That makes it a 3. The 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a split result. So Broad being right-handed, we look to see if the pitcher is left or right-handed. He's a left-handed pitcher. So on the batter card, we're going to look to the left-handed side of the slash. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Buke. And that'll put 1 away. Alexi Cabri is 0 for 1. Cabri, 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a strikeout on a 1-9. That is a 4. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. Randy Wolf, 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Wolf, and that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1 to 7, that is a 5, and that would be a walk. And with that, Wolf will trot on down to first. And we go to the top of the order, Brian Giles. Giles is 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 13, and here is the pitch. And that'd be a 6-5, column 6, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Petco Park. 5-1, column 5, row 1 off the ballpark card. Now, on the ballpark card, there are 3 blanks. If your result is one of the 3 blanks off of the ballpark card, it becomes a rare play. So with Brian Giles, let's see what the rare play is going to be. It is a 3-base hit up the alley. Center fielder crashes into the wall, chasing a deep drive. Resolve play as a D8 range play. Check for injury after the play. If CF fails to make the play, the right fielder picks up the ball with the hitter, attempting it inside the park, home run. Resolve as with the play at the plate. Unsuccessful range play. Crispy Young can't catch the ball, and it becomes an inside the park home run. It's an inside the park home run for Brian Giles. And the Padres lead the game. It's a 2-run game. It's 3-1. Scott Hairston is 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. Five 1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 13, that is an 8. Struck him out. Two runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 5, it's Padres 3, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Aggie Ogia, Stephen Drew, and Connor Jackson due up for the Diamondbacks. Aggie is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. By the way, Randy Wolf can face 6 more batters before he is considered tired. Aggie, the picture card, 3-2, column 3, row 2, home run. That is a 0. The 8 is too high. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6, double star 4. It's a ground ball to Green. Green will make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Stephen Drew. Drew is 1 for 2 with a double. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, range play off the ballpark card. And that'll be a 3-1, column 3, row 1, ground ball to Gonzalez. His range is on a 1 to 3. It's a 5. Gonzalez can't make the play. It's a single. That's a 5 to 20. It's a single. If we were to roll 1 to 4 in the D20, it would have been a double. Drew is safe with a single with 1 out. Strategy roll is a 20. Anytime you have a 20 on the strategy die, it becomes a pickoff attempt. And Randy will pick off on a 1 to 2. 16, nothing happens. That is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1 to 19, that is a 7, and that'd be good for a walk. So runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Mark Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Strategy roll is a 19, and here is the pitch. That'll be a 5-6, column 5, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Petco Park. 2-1. Column 2, row 1, that's going to be a rare play. Let's see what happens. And with that, grounded to the shortstop who throws it in the dirt to make the first baseman scoop up the ball. Resolve play using a range check for, for first base to see if he scoops up the ball. Otherwise, it's a successful range play by Adrian Gonzalez. And with that, Drew will go to third. We're going to check for a double play here. 0-0. Ground double play rating is the pivot for Cabri. That is a 3. That's going to be a 3 there. And remember, if the roll is less than or equal to the ground double play rating, it becomes a double play, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. And they get out of that inning in a jiffy. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Diamondbacks relieve 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Kuzminoff, and Colleen Green due up for the Padres. Adrian Gonzalez, 0 for 2, and the pitch. Randy Johnson, by the way, can face 6 more batters before he is considered tired. 6-4, column 6, row 4, strikeout. On a 1 to 11, the 17 is too high. And that's going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that's going to be a ground ball to Agia. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Kevin Kuzminoff, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Kuzminoff, 3-3, column 3, row 3. Home run. On a 1 to 7, that is a 7. Remember, on the pitcher card, we'll look to see if the batter is left or right-handed if we get a split result. And in this case, Kuzminoff is a right-handed batter. And that is a solo home run. And with that, Kuzminoff hits a line drive deep center field. Young goes back to the wall. That ball is out of here! Solo home run for Kevin Kuzminoff, and the crowd here at Petco Park goes crazy. And this is 4th home run of the replay, by the way. Cully Green 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. It's 4-1 Padres. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. So we're going to roll for the batter, nobody on. Normally, we would have re-rolled the pitch. It's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Upton. Upton will get under it. Makes the catch, throws it back in, and that's 1 away, 2 away. Justin Huber is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That's going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is a blank. It's going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. It's going to be a base hit into left field. And Huber is safe, keeps the inning alive for the Padres. Josh Broad is up. Broad is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls an 18, and here is the pitch. That is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5, strikeout. On a 1-12, the 17 is too high. That'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a ground ball to Drew. Drew will make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go after 6. It's Padres 4, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Justin Upton, Chris Buick, and Miguel Montero due up for the Diamondbacks. Justin Upton, 1 for 2 today with a double. Randy Wolf can face 2 more batters before he's considered tired. They are going to leave him out there on the mound. And that is going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a strikeout. On a 1-21, that is a 1. Struck him out. Chris Buick, 0 for 1 with an RBI. And that's going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a strikeout on a 1-9. That is a 9. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. Wolf now tired. Miguel Montero is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. Smacks a base hit out there in the center field. So Montero will keep the inning alive. So get on. Randy Johnson will take the hit here. Strategy roll is an 18. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, range play at the ballpark. And that's going to be a ground ball, 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a ground ball to Cabri. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 3. Cabri will make the catch and sing, take me out to the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Alexi Cabri, Randy Wolf, and Brian Giles due up for the Padres. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here in San Diego. Diamondbacks came out in the 2nd inning to score a run to tie the game up. 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. The Padres scored a run in the 1st inning, 2 in the 5th, a run in the 6th. 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors. 12 hits between both teams. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Cabri, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout on a 1-9, 7 in range. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Randy Wolf. Randy Johnson is tired. We got a battle of the Randys for pitching. They are going to let Randy Wolf take the hit. And that's going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's a strikeout. On a 1-21, that is an 8. Struck him out. And we go to the top of the order, Brian Giles. Giles is 2 for 3 today with a triple, a home run, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. And that is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1-5, the 12 is too high. It's going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be good for a base hit past second base. And with that, Giles is on with a base hit. Randy Johnson tired. Skipper from the umpire, from the dugout, gives the one more sign, and that's going to bring up Scott Hairston. Hairston is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 7. And that's going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1-13, the 19 is too high. Incidentally, Randy Johnson being tired, if we were to roll a 3-1, a 3-6, or a 5-6, he would automatically be pulled because the brackets now come into play as his tired ratings. That's going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1, double star 6. Fly ball back there to Buick. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And 1 left on after 7. It's Padres 4, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 8th. Crispy Young, Agi Ojeda, and Stephen Drew do up. Padres have a new pitcher on the mound. And with that, they are going to bring in Clay Hensley. We're going to bring in Kevin Carmen. Kevin Carmen's going to come in to pinch. Comes in the game with no ERA. No wins and no losses. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 hits and 1 strikeout. No walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Randy Wolf. He went 6 innings, allowed 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk. 11 strikeouts, an ERA of a 2.65. Top of the order, Crispy Young, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Is Young going to take the hit? No, he is not. And they're going to bring in Alex Romeo to come in to pinch hit. Romeo batting a 273, and here is the pitch. That is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, at the ballpark. And that's going to be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. Double star 6, that's going to be a fly ball back there to Giles. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Agi Ojeda is up. He's 0 for 3 as well. And here is the pitch. They're going to let him take the hit. And that's going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's going to be a walk. On a 1-9, the 8 in range. And they're going to walk Ojeda. Stephen Drew, 2 for 3 with a double. And here is the pitch. Strategy rolls are turned off. And how we know they're turned off is we take the difference in the score. In this case, it is a 3-run game. We take the difference of the score, add it to the inning we are in. We are in the 8th inning. So 3 plus 8 is 11. If the number you get is higher than 10, strategy rolls are turned off. Got to bring that number lower than 10 for strategy to be turned on. To roll for strategy. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 7, the 14 is too high. And that's going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1, double star 3. That's going to be a ground ball to Kuzminoff. Kuzminoff will make the catch. No double play there. 5. It is going to be a fielder's choice. Ground double play 0-0. There, that's how we get the 3. Pivot is second base. They're going to force out Ogia at second. And with that, Drew will get on by fielder's choice. Connor Jackson up. Jackson is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Runner on, 2 outs, infield normal depth. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a wild pitch. Pass ball on a 1-2. 20, nothing happens. And that's going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's a fly ball out there to center field. Hairston goes back, makes the catch. And that will retire the side. So, they're going to bring in Alexi. He'll take over at center field. With that, Jackson done at first, so they are going to make a few other changes. So at first base, Connor Jackson done. They're going to bring in Josh Whitesnell to take over at first. So that's going to be the changes the Diamondbacks make to their defense. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Kuzminoff, and Kali Green. Excuse me. And Kali Green due up for the Padres. New pitcher on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Juan Cruz going to come in. So Juan Cruz comes into the game with a 3.25 ERA. He's got no wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 8 1/3 innings. He had 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. So he's going to have to face off against 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. Taking a look at the stats here for Randy Johnson. He went 7 innings as well. 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 4.50. Adrian Gonzalez going to take the hit. And that's going to be a 6-3 column 6, row 3, strikeout plus. On a 1 to 22, that is a 2. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to the result, to the range for the pitcher, plus whatever the ballpark adds. So we're adding 11 to Gonzalez's range. That's how we get the 22. That is a 2. Struck him out looking. And that'll put 1 away. Kevin Kuzminoff, 2 for 3 with a home run, a walk, and an RBI. They are going to intentionally walk him. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4 home run. On a 1 to 16, that is a 2. And they were going to intentionally walk him, but he hits a home run. It's a fly ball for Kuzminov down the left field side. Butte goes back, but that ball is over to the warehouse. It's a solo home run here in the bottom of the 8th. Padres 5-1. And that is Kuzminov's second home run of the game. It's his 6th home run of the replay. Collie Green going to take the hit here. Green is 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. That's going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a walk plus on a 1 to 15. 13 in range, and that is going to be good for a walk. And the walk, Green. Justin Huber is 1 for 3 today with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. Huber, 2-1, column 2, row 1, strikeout plus on a 1 to 26. That's a 17. Struck him out looking. Josh Broad is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. They're going to let Broad take the hit. They are. And here is the pitch. Broad, 5-2, column 5, row 2, strikeout plus on a 1 to 17, 15 in range. Struck him out looking. And that will retire this. And that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Padres. After 8, it's Padres 5, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 9th. Mark Reynolds, Justin Upton, and Chris Butte due up for the Diamondbacks. And with that, we do have a little bit of a change here of their defense. Giles is coming out at right field, and they are going to bring in Drew to take over at third base. They're going to bring in Chase Headley to take over at third. So those are the changes that they're going to make to their defense. Kevin Carmen going to come out of the game. And with that, they are going to bring in Claire Merritt. Merritt's going to come in to try to close out this game. Comes into the game with an ERA of 2.69. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Kevin Carmen. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, no ERA. Mark Reynolds, 0 for 3. Well, before we get to Mark Reynolds, let's take a look at the box score after 8 have been played here in San Diego. Diamondbacks scored a run in the second inning. 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. The Padres scored a run in the first, 2 runs in the 5th, a run in the 6th, a run in the 8th. It's 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. 14 hits between both teams. The Diamondbacks down by 4. It's 4 to tie. They need 5 to win. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Here's the pitch to Mark Reynolds. They are going to let him take the hit here. And that is going to be a 1-4. Column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1-19, that is a 9. Struck him out. Justin Upton is 1 for 3 today with a double and a strikeout. Upton going to take the hit here. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a range play. Whose range are we checking? 1-2, column 1, row 2. It's a double star 2. It's a ground ball to Cabri. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. And with that, the Diamondbacks are now down to the last out. Chris Buke, 0 for 2. Buke not going to take the hit. And they're going to bring in Jeff Salazar. Salazar coming up to the plate. He's batting a 154, and here is the pitch. It's a 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a blank. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Double star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Headley. Headley makes the catch, throws it over to Gonzalez. And that is the game. And as the San Diego Padres defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks of a final score of 5-1. Final line score coming right up. So the San Diego Padres defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-1. Randy Wolf will pick up his third win, and Randy Johnson will get his first loss. Arizona 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. Padres 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Diamondbacks no home runs there, but Brian Giles hits his first home run of the replay. And Kevin Kuzminoff hits 2. He'll go to 5 on the replay. Taking a look at the stats here of the pitchers. Randy Wolf, who will get the win. He went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts, and ERA of a 2.65. Randy Johnson, who will pick up the loss, he won 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 4.50. Juan Cruz, the last pitcher up for the Diamondbacks, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of 3.87. And Claire, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, and ERA of a 2.34. So that is going to do it for us here at Petco Park. San Diego Padres will improve to 17-7. The Arizona Diamondbacks will drop to 10-13. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you for another exciting game. The 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.